This interview is being presented by Intimidation Clothing. Impose your will. Uncivilize. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Be a beast among men. Adrenaline Training Center. Up your game. Change the way you train. TheDailyPunch.net. Have you gotten your Daily Punch? Area 51 Fight Gear and MMA Mind Power. Late Night MMA Radio is live Monday and Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Call into the show to win MMA merchandise. www.latenightmma.com. Join the revolution. Tonio Mckee, you there, man?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, brother?
Oh, man, I'm just having a good time. You know, trying to get this weight off me, getting ready for my next fight on the 30th. You know, and it's been such an amphibious of training of how I'm doing things now that, you know, I'm having fun now. It's just fun. It's not even about winning or losing. Just having fun at my age. And it's been a good thing, you know. I've been calming down. I don't talk bad about Dana White and the UFC as much as I used to anymore. I'm veering away from the politics of the sport and just more pursuing being a good promoter and setting the example by my actions and not so much what I'm saying and what I would like.
Good stuff. So you're working with, what's the name of this group that you're working with this upcoming show?
Dave Brock is Extreme World Fighting Championships. It's at the Grove in Anaheim, and then right after that I'm scheduled to fly out to Florida and fight in CFA, and then after that I'm going to sign up for this $1 million tournament that's getting ready to come up.
Okay, cool stuff, man. So you're staying busy, because I heard an interview where you said you might just do one more fight, but obviously you've changed your mind on that.
No, if I get the right fight and get a good ass whooping, I'm done. You know, I'm not going to be retarded like a lot of these fighters are getting their brains knocked around and they can barely talk. They're stuttering and popping steroids and Vicodin and pain pills. Before I get to that point, I'll walk away. I would really like to walk away as a legend in the sport and having one of the best winning streaks in the history of MMA. The people that understand the sport understand my actions in regards to Dana and Joe Silva in the UFC. And I'm a competitor. I'm an athlete, you know. I'm not an ass kisser. I don't walk around with rubber boots and knee pads. That's not Antonio Mckee.
Okay, man. So talk about your fight with Brian Cobb, your most recent fight.
Well, you know, going into the fight, a lot of people thought, once again, here comes a wrestler. He's going to out-wrestle Mckee. He's going to beat Mckee. And again, that was probably the most exciting fight of all my fights. I came in and I was on fire, okay? I mean, I'm talking about on fire. But when you're on fire, you can only burn so long, so hot.
Right.
And as you can see in the third round, I got a little tired because I've never had to fight I never brought the fight like that. You know, I never came in with flying knees, kicks to the body, punching, keeping it on the feet, take down, pick them up, slamming, power bomb, slamming. I invented moves in that fight, you know. And I got a little tired because I wasn't used to really fighting at that pace. I was more of the laid back, just let me stall it out, beat the guy with superior technique, don't get hit, and win a decision. Where this particular fight, win or lose, I was going to entertain the crowd. And I did just that. So that shows, once again, you know, the maturity of a fighter that I can be. And like I say, out of the last 5 fights, I'm getting better and better and more exciting each time I fight. So it's kind of like that glass of wine. I only get better with age.
For sure, man. So what's the toughest part about being a mixed martial artist?
For me, the toughest part is the discipline and, you know, staying away from the steroids, staying away from the drugs, staying away from the pain pills, for most guys. For me, it's staying away from the donuts, the apple pie, and the ice cream, and the intimacy levels in the bedroom with my wife.
You have to stay away from that, do you?
Man, that thing, it busts my kneecaps up every time. Every time.
I
be shaking. I've had some fights that you guys didn't know about, and I had just finished being romantic with my wife, and my legs were done, and I was done in the first round, but I weathered the storm and made it through. That's what I'm saying. I put so many obstacles in front of my raw natural talents that we really don't have an idea of what Mckee is really capable of, and I'm starting to have more discipline. So
For sure.
it's starting to become a way more interesting situation for a lot of people and my fans.
Okay, next up I want to talk about some Maximum Fighting Championship, but I don't want to talk about Mark Pavlich. Well, how was your experience with... What's that?
Is he your friend?
Is he my friend? No, he's not my friend. Well, I have nothing against Mark Pavlich, but...
I don't either. But I don't have nothing against him either, but business is business and BS is BS.
Right.
So, it's like this. It's not just directly at Mark Pavlich. It's like this, man. Look, the fight game is like pimping and hoeing, okay? Fighters ain't nothing but a bunch of hoes, and promoters are nothing but a bunch of pimps. And they're only as good as a fighter as their last trick, meaning their last fight.
Right.
You lost, your stock goes down, no one's talking about you. You're winning, you're bringing that money in, and you're marketing that company. You're the greatest, highest thing on the heavens of earth. So, I've seen a lot of things and done a lot of things. To me, fighting is worse than the drug game and the music industry. Okay. This is the deal here. The MFC is going broke is what's the problem, okay? They're going broke. I was in a fight contract. I fulfilled my contract, went undefeated, did what I was supposed to do, did my obligations, because for some reason people think I just boned out in the UFC. Once I won that last fight, that was my last fight. Now, I'm a free agent. I go fight in the UFC. I get kicked out of the UFC because Joe Silva is walking around with Dana White's balls in his pocket. He's mad at me because I understand why he's not growing is because he's got a big sack in his pockets. So they get irritated with me. Well, now I go back to fight for Mark Pavlich, and the business is going down because he's mixing his emotions with the business. You can't do that. How do you have a fight organization in a place where no one really likes you? I mean, you hear, we sold out, we sold bull crap. I've been there. Let me tell you something. Aggression, MMA, crowd was bigger and better than Mark Pavlich. You know why? Not that Mark Pavlich doesn't have a great show, but Mark Pavlich doesn't know how to orchestrate authority without feeling like he's Dana White. You see what I'm saying? The difference, like I did in my interviews, is when I spoke to people, I said, listen, Mark Pavlich brands Mark Pavlich. The UFC brands the UFC. You get rid of Dana White, the UFC still lives on. You get rid of Mark Pavlich, the MFC is done. So for you to be a promoter in a place where no one likes you, you know how many emails I got about what a jerk he was and this and that, and you're still the man? That's what made me want to go fight back in Canada because I didn't realize I had such a big fan base. But as a promoter, when you go from one venue to the next venue to the next venue, back to the other venue, we're not going to fight with the ring anymore. We're going to fight with a cage. Okay, we fight with a cage. No, we're going to go back to the ring. No, we're going to go back to the cage now. What is that saying? That's saying that, look, I'm not making it. I need to keep making these adjustments to make it work. But if you do it right, it works automatically. There's a system to promoting. And the reason I know that is because I'm a promoter as well. So I understand the formula and the structure. You treat people good. You treat the bum like he's a millionaire. You treat the millionaire like he's a millionaire. Guess what? Everyone feels like they've been treated equal. The only person that has an issue with that is the millionaire. He wants to feel like he's better than everybody else, so he doesn't want to be treated like everybody else because he has money. Well, a good, righteous man does things from his heart, not from his mind, to manipulate. So that's where we have issues. You were treating me like a great person when I first signed with you because you wanted to use my talents and for me to build a brand, which I did. I made the MFC successful at controversy. At controversy. I was on TV shows. I'm constantly talking about how great the MFC was and what a great job Mark Pavlich was doing with his family. But at the same time, I understood the things that were not right. And I discussed that with Pavlich versus when I didn't make weight, he lied and manipulated all this stuff about I didn't make weight. Well, I fought Brian Cobb. It's a title fight. The first person to step on the scale is Brian Cobb. If Brian Cobb does not make weight, regardless of what I weigh or do, it is not a title fight because Brian Cobb did not make weight. Now, no one knew Brian Cobb didn't make weight. They were all focused on ridiculing Antonio Mckee. Oh, he can't make. Man, it was all over Sure Dog. It was everywhere. Like all the great stuff that I do, why do they always target the minorities to blast? Melvin Gillers get caught with marijuana. Quentin Rampage Jackson speaks bad about the UFC. Then you got somebody like Kel Shonen over here going berserko, and his ratings are going through the ceiling. Yeah, you let me say some of the stuff that man said about some of these people's wives and Silva. Dana would have kicked shit. You know what? They kicked out that one Hispanic guy that was doing really well as a champion in the UFC. They kicked him out because he said something. He quoted something from a TV series or something like that. They kicked him out. But
Miguel Torres.
Yeah. But Kel can talk about Silva's wife cooking him food, and he like his meat raw and pink, and just you see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
So
sure.
I don't have an issue with the UFC. I only have an issue with the issues. And I can stand in front of anybody because I get a lot of static, man. Yeah, McKee's this. He's just mad because they kicked him out. Check this out. I don't make my money fighting. I make my money because I'm a businessman and I work hard. You know? So when these people get to wilding out talking crazy about me, I would love for you to put me on the phone and let me talk to them while they're running their mouth. Because a lot of them don't know shit. They're keyboard warriors. They sit behind a computer and type and talk about the great things that they dreamed of doing while their bellies overlap their penis and they're insecure with themselves.
Right. That's awesome.
And they're mad at me because I walk around like the Mandingo. and you know, people go, oh, he's always talking shit. He's always talking shit. But you know what? That's my niche. That's what I do. I'm the guy that they go, you know what, McKee's a great fighter, and we don't ever know what he's going to say because he talks crazy. But that's like Koscheck. Koscheck's the bad boy of MMA.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tito was the bad boy of MMA. That's the image that we project for our fans. But when you get to know us, you go, man, he's a really nice guy. You tell me what fighter that you know that's a good fighter at that top level that's really a jerk.
Right.
There's only one that I know, and that's Koscheck. That's it.
Right.
Nate Diaz, man, those guys are awesome guys.
Yeah, for
and
sure, man.
When Dana seen he couldn't pimp those guys, now it becomes a problem.
Okay, man. Well, thank you for taking some time out for us. We appreciate it. Would you like to promote anything, such as your sponsors, your Twitter, or your Facebook? You
know, I'm not really a computer person because I can't handle the insults and the degrading comments that I get sometimes.
Right.
You can only imagine what that is, the racial slurs that I get called.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, man, it goes down the line. So I really don't do that, but I always give God the glory and the thanks, and I always give the people who give me the opportunity to continue to talk and spread the word about what I do, which would be you guys. Other than that, man, just, you know, check me out. I'm fighting March 30th at 42 years old or 45. I think I'm 42 or 45. I lie so much I don't know. But to be able to see me at my age out there, faster, stronger, smarter than these kids, I think I'm rooting now. I got the old people rooting for me, so that's it, man. I just like to thank them fans, and that's it, man. And I'm going to go handle this business March 30th.
Good stuff, man. Hopefully we talk to you after you get another win.
Yeah, you know I'm on a winning streak. I'm going to have the best winning history record in MMA and retire.
Good deal, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, man.